Hey everyone, Zacharoni here, and if you're wondering why this Toppings video is actually longer than previous videos, I decided to do something different this time because writing strips and saying them correctly can be a bit time consuming at times for me, really. So for the next few videos, I'll be playing today's video games while commentating on some of the features it had to offer, just to see if it works for me and everyone to have a good time watching me playing it. So let me know in the comments if you like this new approach, and without further ado, here's the experimental perspective on the Toppings series for now. Welcome to the HUD everyone, I'm Zacharoni, and Nickelodeon SpongeBob had a set number of games under its belt, but the one that got a lot of reputation was Battle for Bikini Bottom, more specifically the PS2, Xbox One and GameCube versions, which were developed by Heavy Iron Studio, released on October 31st in the USA and then November 28th in the EU, both in 2003. Then on June 5th, 2019, Purple Lump Studio announced that they will be doing a remake of the 2003 gem on PC, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, with the publishing approval from THQ Nordic. Now that the remake had emerged from under the sea, will this rehydrated title bring in new players and longtime fans of this underrated gem? So without further ado, please be seated, and here are the toppings on SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Okay, let's check out the options first. So you can have the option to change it to Windows or full screen, but it's not really quite clear really, because if you set the resolutions down from here, it goes into Windows mode, and if you try setting it to full screen, it will just go back really. I'm very sold that. Okay, you can activate VSync, change the gamma for, well, how the game looks, well, brightness really. Audio, change sound effect volumes for sound effect, music and dialogue. Gameplay settings, activate smart camera, invert controls to horizontal or vertical or both. Activate vibration. Language settings, well, you got the audio languages. You got English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Polish, and Japanese. So you can have that anime SpongeBob, what you always want to hear. Well, actually, or maybe you might have watched it in Japan, really. But anyway, also text languages. Change the text of the game. Even Chinese. Well, Japanese, I would say. That one not. And you can even turn subtitles on off. So, first off, let me just get the multiplayer out of the way, really. Well, the multiplayer is just a two-player survival mode where you and your friend pick one of the 7 characters, including, well, either SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Robot, well, not to spoil one character, but also Gary's in the game. Gary's a playable character for some reason. Gary, SpongeBob's pet snail. But anyway, let's just focus on, well, oh yeah, and I forgot, you can also play this game online with strangers or with your friends, and also locally as well. So let's go into this save slot, what I'm designing it for, well, for this video. So basically what this is, it's a 3D platformer, 3D collectathon platformer, where Plankton, right here, had unleashed an army of robots that he was planning to use to steal the Krabby Patty formula, but unfortunately they sort of went rogue after he forgot to program one switch that to say obey. So now it's up to SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy to clear out the robots once and for all. But the thing is, they don't even know about Plankton's plans anyway. So anyway, your main objective... Oh, thanks for that. So your main objective is to unlock these unlocked worlds by collecting golden spatulas, which are displayed on the top of the screen right now. But you could try and go past through it, but here's what happens. Oh no, SpongeBob don't want to go this way, otherwise the giant hand, live action hand will put him back where he was. So the only world that unlocked really is Jellyfish Fields really. So let's head straight into it.
The rolling green hills.
Now, as you can see, everything here is powered by Unreal Engine 4, where the previous engine was powered by Render's Wave. That engine was used for games like Burnout 1 to Paradise and GTA 3 and San Andreas. But in this game, well, while the visuals are more bright and colourful, they kept all the audio from the last game into this one. That means the music and the voice actors, which include Tom Kenny and Doug Lawrence at the time, really. And also there are two characters which I'll get to later, which I thought they would you get, what am I saying? Well, basically what they did, I'm going too fast here, aren't I? Let's get the conversation out of the way. One thing they did would actually give them a bit more expressions when they're talking, because usually they start smiling, but they usually always smile when talking, but now Purple Lamp decided to give them more expression. I'll show you what I mean.
Squidward, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, you barnacle head. Do I look like I'm okay?
Well, your nose does look pretty big. I mean, bigger than usual because it's usually pretty big. And you look clammy. And oh my gosh, you're bald!
He's already was bald.
I've always been bald, but now I'm stung all over.
Well, according to the Jellyfisher Field Manual, severe jellyfish stings can be treated effectively by applying a thick layer of king jellyfish jelly to the affected areas.
Ew.
King jellyfish?
Yep, see that? Usually he would just keep smiling, but now he got more expression in this rehydrated, I should say, really.
Well, I guess you're off to scale Sport Mountain and die a horrible death under the vicious tentacles of King Jellyfish. I'll stay here, balled up here in excruciating pain.
You do that! Don't worry, Squidward. I'll bring back that King Jellyfish jelly for you to rub all over yourself.
So basically, what Squidward wants you to do is to get some King Jellyfish jelly by going up to the top, really. And that's what we're doing right now. So let me tell you how SpongeBob plays. SpongeBob can attack by using his bubble wand, double jump and double jump, and also pressing jump and another button and another button and mouse button allows you to do a slam down. Oh, and he can also do an uppercut, but that's ideal against enemies that are above him, or Tikis. Also, one more thing, well, in the last game, his tiptoe required you to move the analog stick slightly forward, but now in this one, you can just hold down a trigger or key, and he can do that really, which makes it more easy now. So anyway, this box will come in later, but anyone remember that episode where SpongeBob and Patrick were playing around with the box? You might know what I mean. For imagination.
Going fishing for robots. Fresh like a spring breeze.
Oh yeah, and on the top left corner, it's the number of pants he had. And you can actually show up the HUD by pressing a right trigger or a key. On the left, did I say left? On the right, I meant on the right, on the top right, you see the number of shinies that you collected by hitting Tikis. On the bottom left, it's an objective where you have to collect certain items, such as a King Jellyfish jelly, but in other situations, you'll be asked to collect steering wheels or fancy artwork for the museum. And on the bottom right, it's the number of socks that you have collected. And you need those socks to trade them with Patrick.
Love opening presents.
Because if you give him 10 socks, he'll give you a golden spatula in return, really. And you need them to unlock new worlds in the game. So it's basically a tried and true, really. You use golden spatula to unlock more worlds and collect more golden spatula to unlock even more worlds. But also the shiny objects, well, they're not just there for collecting, really, but you need them to use them on these clamshells that will do certain things, like rebuilding this bridge. Thank you, Mr. Aeroplane. So, let's get to the top of that mountain now and show off a bit more of SpongeBob. Sure you can, or Hadouken, as you like to call it. Also, that ice is actually for a certain character to use, and basically what it can do that if he can throw it in there, he'll make the river cold, well, frozen really, and you can walk on it, but it only stays on there for a few seconds, so you have to be quick really. So yeah, there are 3 playable characters, but I already talked about SpongeBob, but later on we'll talk about Patrick next. And then we'll skip a few forward to go to Sandy next. Also, jellyfish are present, but if you get close to them for too long, they'll deliver a shockwave, really. Ouch! Well, luckily there's some pants right there so that I can refill my health. I get pants of the new armor in this world, really.
Hey, Gary, what's shaking?
That's Gary right there. And that's one of the bungee jumps what SpongeBob can take part in.
Wow! A bungee jump for a golden spatula! I must be in heaven!
Well, get on it, SpongeBob. So there are sequences where you need to do this, really. And you got that golden spatula. I would get that shiny, but I want to move on, really. Hit that button. Now, it's not only these little robots you need to deal with, there are also bigger robots that you need to deal with, like this one right here. Yeah, he's using a hunk of ham to beat that poor fish senselessly. And in this game, he is called Hammer. Get it? Do you need to collect enough shiny objects to show you more in the game? Also this one, well, SpongeBob will get new abilities, but this one, well, you could go for those pins while sitting on this button, but if you get out of that button, you won't make it in time, so SpongeBob will need a special ability later on in the game, really. Also, there are blue jellyfish that actually react more to the pink jellyfish, really. If you are quick enough, of course, to take them out. Whoop.
You've just met the Sponginator.
Also, some Tikis can actually be used for platforms, really, but I don't need that underwear, really. And also, SpongeBob and Patrick are the only characters who can't touch goo, which they're reluctant to water. In fact, come to think of it, they are underwater, so how does that make sense, really? Oh.
Too pretty. Can't take it.
Oh, no, failed that. That might take a while to get back up, really, so... Ah, there we go. Now let's try that again. Keep an eye on the shadow. No. Careful. Slowly. And made it.
Hey, you. Patrick needs to do laundry.
I don't think he ever does. In fact, he just collects socks. Don't know why. Hope he doesn't eat them though. No wait, what am I saying? He doesn't eat them. That's somebody else, really. Somebody who is not from this show, really. Ah, remember the box I told you about? Well, if you step inside it, you're back at the start, really. Which comes in handy if you want to fast travel, really. There's more of these in each level, really. Let's hear that duplicate. And try not to go near that duplicator.
Sometimes pushing a single button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Now, I'm gonna show you. Now, there's a character you meet, and I'm gonna tell you about one thing about him, really. Explain, really.
Wow! Mermaidman! I have all your comics and toys and mail.
Well, okay, so Mermaidman, one of the support characters from the TV series, was voiced by Ernest Borgnine, but in this one, he's voiced by Joe White. And also to be clear, well, I know Ernest Borgnine is passed on, really, but this was actually before the game was made during season 3, really. So Ernest Borgnine would have reprised his role, but he didn't, really, for some reason. And probably not got enough payment. But anyway, here's what he sound like at Joe White.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, it's that Sponge kid. And now, what was I supposed to tell you?
If you don't recognize the voices, compare the voices to one episode in the episode Mermaidman and Barnacle Boy, and you'll get the idea.
That Patrick is surrounded by robots and needs my help.
Huh? Oh, no. I think it had something to do with massaging my feet.
Well, if massaging your feet will save Patrick, then massage I must.
Also, Joe White also voiced Mr. Krabs, so that means Clancy Brown didn't reprise his role as Mr. Krabs as well. So that's a few downsides, really.
Help! They're making me hit myself!
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
By clipping my toenails?
Here I come, Patrick!
Sorry about that bump. My chair's not right, really. But anyway. Oh, sorry. Anyway, here's what happened when you go on the sand, really. Yeah, SpongeBob used his tongue for sandboarding. If that really is a thing, really.
Another find for Patrick!
Another one of the socks.
That was a ton of fun! I should do it again sometime.
And I got that socks.
Patrick will be glad to have this back.
So now we gotta get down there and help Patrick out. So basically, there are certain moments where you can't proceed until certain conditions are made, like pressing these buttons while listening to the techno music. I think it is techno. Destroy that. Oh, missed it. Ah, got it. Also, SpongeBob runs away in fear, like that.
Take that!
Also,
I get it!
of course. Also, not if you saw it, but there's also a combo meter, but that's not important, really. It's just there just for presentation, really.
It shines!
One more to go. And that's done with. Now let's go see how Patrick is doing. Oops! Ooh, nearly fall in that goo. Don't fall into the goo.
Hey, SpongeBob.
Woo! Thank goodness you're safe, Patrick.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and the...
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Of course it did, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick. I tell you what, all that running around has left me pooped. Why don't you continue on for a bit?
Okay.
So now we're playing as Patrick. I'll get to his moveset right now. So anyway, Patrick can attack with his belly. Double jump, just like Patrick. Well, SpongeBob, I don't know why I said Patrick. And he can do a butt slam. But if you press the jump button twice, you can actually make him do a mega slam. And that's actually vital because I'll show you a level what utilize this.
How many of these do I have to carry?
And also he can pick up, he's the only character who can pick up heavy objects like this throat fruit, or throw fruit really, not a watermelon, throw fruit. And also he can pick up Tikis.
Carry a lot of stuff around.
And you are given a marked target, well, a lock-on target of where you can throw it to. However, there are certain missions that require a certain character to complete. That way 2 levels will have a secondary character for SpongeBob to switch. And you do it by using this butt stop, really. And also, Patrick can't jump, so you have to place the throw fruit in certain positions. So he can hit that button. But the throw fruit can tend to blow up if you're not quick enough with him. And also, he can use them to catapult himself across here. So now let's skip through this part, and I'll show you another section where Patrick used his Mega Slam, really. Okay, here we are to the area. I'll tell it. Well, we're going to use Patrick's ability, but here's what Mr. Krabs sounds like as being played by Joe White.
What are you waiting for, boy? Go get that king jellyfish.
Yeah. Tell me if he does sound like him or not. Oh, there's one of the enemies. So another enemy will use range attacks like tartar sauce, really. And he'll fire 3 shots at once, really. But they're actually marked on the floor, so you need to be quick about where you're going, really. So here we come. Anything covered in red, you need to watch out for that. Like that.
Clean as a whistle.
Well, my underwear collection well, it's full for now. Also, you can expand the underwear just by finding special golden ones in the main hub area, which is Bikini Bottom. So let's get to Mrs. Puff now. Whoop. Nearly stunned by that jellyfish.
Hello, Mrs. Puff.
Hello, Patrick. I've got a job for you to do.
Oh boy.
I found a golden spatula, but those robots out on the island stole it and threw it into the lake. If you can figure out how to get it back, you're welcome to it.
Sure enough, Mrs. Puff.
So Mr. Puff said that a golden spatula is in the lake and we need to empty the water, really. And we do that by doing this. So if Patrick ground slam, do a mega slam, he can stun them and allowing him to pick them up, really. Which comes in handy if you're running out, if you don't have any throw fruits. Also, this works for a regular slam, really. But try not to jump on top of them, really. You need to make sure you get a good distance from them. Just so you can knock them out, really. Oop. Oh. That didn't go well. Let's take that one. Throw him at that. And there we go. Don't explain the logic of this, really, but we can take it. So let's grab that golden spatula. And let's head back to Mrs. Puff.
Well done, Patrick. You're a real star.
Did I get a cookie?
No.
No cookie for you, Patrick. So yeah, only certain characters can do these sort of missions, really, I should say. But now that we covered SpongeBob and Patrick, I'm going to skip forward to show you Sandy's now. So, 1, 2, 3. So here we are with Sandy, one of the third playable characters, and she's with Larry the Lobster here, who is asking her to replace his old TV antenna with a new one. So basically, Sandy can karate chop and karate kick while in the air, but she utilized her lasso in creative ways, like using it at a helicopter. And also she can lasso objects, like the Texas symbol up here. Like this. And she can use it to lasso enemies instantly. However, there are some enemies, like this one, required to use a ground slam, but Sandy doesn't really have a ground slam, so she had to use her lasso to take them out, really.
Texas barbecue sauce.
Just like that. Just like that, really.
Make good use of all these.
Sure they will. So anyway, let's go through this level. Oh, get away from them. Whoops.
Thanks for messing with Texas.
And her.
Rest.
Kelpo. Eat barnacle chips. They're delicious. They are not so delicious. Got some more shiny objects here. Oh, and a button. Basically, like I said, this utilizes her lasso in these sort of challenges. And also you're racing against the clock before they disappear, really. Oh, what? Oh! Well, that was embarrassing. Let's try that again. So you have to be punctual with these type of challenges. Whew. Just slowly helicopter your way down. Oh no! Well, good thing the box was there, really. I really need that golden spatula. Well, wish me luck on the next third time's a charm, right? Don't mess it up this time. Don't mess it up. Got it. That's more like it. And back in the box again, so I can continue with my travels. Lasso explosive tikis. Well, the explosive tikis are kind of like the TNT of the Crash Bandicoot, where if you touch them, a countdown will commence, causing them to explode, really. And that was done quite quickly. Up we go. Oops. Well, I obviously aimed for the wrong tiki, really. Ouch. Also, just like the Duck Hunt dog, they can laugh at you for hitting you. Also, there are the disappearing tikis where SpongeBob can easily sneak up from them, but for Patrick and Sandy, well, nope. They aren't silent enough, really, so she had to utilize her lasso. So, look, go for a bounce.
Okay, that's better.
Even though you're wearing SpongeBob's underwear. Well, pants, I should say.
Ew. Can't believe I'm wearing SpongeBob's underwear.
Ah, you get used to them. Can you get through this?
Not as good as Texas barbecue sauce.
Blow that up. Okay, blow that out of the way. Destroy that. And destroy you. You get the right tiki. Oh, I could just do this. Ultra combo. And just like SpongeBob, she can slide down. Well, including Patra as well, but she slid down using a shell board, as they like to call it. Excuse me. Nearly there.
Toasted tiki Texas style.
Gotta watch out for that missile launcher.
That's for messing with Texas.
Anodes. And that's her stage done. Now, whatever stage you have completed or haven't completed is presented in this map here, where you can fast travel to certain areas you have gotten a golden spatula or haven't. Like this, for example. And you are instantly here. With loading times lasting around 5 seconds, I should mention. So let's go to Patrick and get next spatula.
Wow, SpongeBob, you found some!
Now they're back home, safe where they belong.
Here's your golden back scratcher.
Spatula.
I don't speak Italian.
I don't think spatula is the term for Italian, Patrick. So anyway, you could go to there, since you have now 10 spatulas, but you can also now go through here, which unlocks more areas in Bikini Bottom. But first, you need to get past through a big boss, really, and there are bosses in some levels, but they actually take 3 hits, while this one takes about 9 hits, I believe. Sorry. So, let's go into one, shall we? To... well, at the bottom title said, to the Poseidon! Remember that episode?
I have brought you two here to face a great challenge.
I've got nerves of steel and muscles of sand.
And eyes of jelly.
My Poseidon has been bleached by a mighty foe whom you must vanquish.
Bring it on, Your Highness! Bring it on!
Do you know what you're getting yourself into?
Defending the Poseidon, a small square guy.
SpongeBob. His name is.
His challenger, a huge murderous robot shaped like a squirrel.
Look, it's a giraffe.
Nope, that's Sandy.
I think I need to get home to feed Gary.
So yeah, you're facing against your robo versions of your friends, really. And they require 3 hits, well 9 hits really. Oh, do wait. Oh, go away from that.
Looks like the robot's left itself vulnerable. Now the robot's taking a beating out there.
And also the fish announcer will be commentating on this fight, really.
SpongeBob has an opening, but will he get the drop on the robot?
And also, after 3 hits, you switch characters.
I wanna play!
Patrick, we're not playing. We're fighting for our lives.
I wanna play!
Oh, all right.
Yeah, let him have his fun. So then, now it's Patrick's turn. And the Sandy bot actually changed her attacks, really, like this.
Bling! The old clothesline move.
Yeah, thanks for that. And ground slam.
Like Patrick has
But
a
the
big
difference is
opportunity here.
she don't get damaged, so you have to do this.
What a shocking takedown by Patrick.
I might have spoiled it, but sorry. It's a demonstration, really. Hey, I'm not sure if you might remember the attack patterns, though. There she goes again.
The robot's losing
1,
its head.
2, 3.
Oh, nice flying head thing move by Patrick.
Also, I think I remember that this is actually, the camera is actually more wider, zoomed out now, I think. I think it was more zoomed out, really.
The robot's losing its head.
And him and herself.
Wow,
It's a she, you know.
I've never seen such an electrifying match.
Fun! Your turn, SpongeBob!
Oh? We...
So now it's SpongeBob's turn, so what can he do? Because he can't pick Sandy's head up.
Spling! The old clothesline move.
Ouch. And
like a spring breeze.
she can extend her arms now. So what does she do? She grabs her head, but she's wide open.
What an
Like that.
uppercut.
So over that again. Here she comes.
That's
What?
a bubble bash opportunity if ever I've seen one.
It is
Nice
indeed.
move by SpongeBob.
Oh.
This match is just about over.
Just one more hit indeed, Mr. Announcer. Ouch, that bad
Feel like
timing.
a new sponge.
Just one more hit,
That robot
and
is
she's down.
and staying down. What an upset here at the Poseidon.
Why is it?
That was quite a battle. Tell him what he's won, Johnny. It's a new power, the Bubble Bowl. But wait, there's more. A golden spatula, and that's not all. A gift certificate for $5.32 to Dean's Little Shop of Dried Fish Flakes and Flowers.
Yeah,
It all means so much.
we'll keep that for later.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Cry all you want, but not here. We just wax the floors.
Yeah, don't want to make it salty, really.
Hey, Plankton.
Yes, what is it?
I was just wondering why all the robots seem to be coming from inside the chum bucket.
Well,
Nothing.
SpongeBob is now
I
getting more
really haven't noticed.
curious.
Yeah. And then there's that big flashing neon sign that says Robot Headquarters.
SpongeBob, I'm your friend, right?
No, not really.
Exactly, and as your non-friend, I worry about you. Like right now, you're thinking too much. I'm worried you might really hurt yourself. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna think for you. This way you won't hurt yourself, and you can just keep working on getting me into the chum bucket.
Thanks,
Right.
Plankton. You're the best non-friend a friend could have. No more thinking for me.
I don't think there's no such thing as a best non-friend, SpongeBob. So yeah, as you heard, SpongeBob's got a new...
Let me teach you how to bowl a bubble. Press this button and you'll bowl a bubble that can knock down robots from a safe distance.
Wow!
Remember though, the bubble bowl only works on things that are close to the ground.
Got it.
Well, he sort of spoiled it, really. So, here's what are you talking about? Hold it down, release, and there it goes. Well, until it hits something, of course. So anyway, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated will cost you £24.99 on Steam, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, both digitally and retail. Also, the gigabytes for the storage are on the screen now, with the number of achievements as well. But for the collectors, there is the Shiny Edition, which comes with a SpongeBob figurine, a pair of tennis socks, don't worry, they're clean, wall stickers, and also life holograms. Well, I think you use them to move them back and forth, really, which all costs £139.99. But you want more? Well, there's also the Fun Edition, which comes with everything from the Shiny Edition, but comes with 2 figurines of Patrick and Sandy, and a set of keychains to add to your keyring collection, which will all cost you £259.99. Well, that's some of the features I can talk about right now, but if there are some that I have missed, let me know in the comments, and I hope this will give you an idea of what you'll be getting for your money. Check back with me later, and I'll tell you what I think of SpongeBob Rehydrated and all the other games I've been playing in a completed menu. And if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Plus, stay in touch with my Twitter page, link in the description down below. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, remember to wash your hands, and I'll see you next time.